although we're most familiar with measuring angles in degrees, we're now going to talk about another unit of measure of angles called radians. The conversion is 1 revolution, which would be 360 degrees, is equal to 2 pi radians. So you know pi is the number pi, approximately 3.14. So then 180 degrees, a half revolution, would be half of 2 pi, which is just 1 pi. So this is the main conversion. 180 degrees is equal to pi radians. And we frequently talk about angles that are measured in radians. We frequently write them in terms of pi. So if you look on this table here, we frequently write, these are all radian measures of angles. We frequently leave pi in the representation of it. So let's just draw some axes here. And we know that we start on the positive x-axis in standard position. We have 0 degrees, which would also be 0 radians. Then if we go up a quarter turn, we know that's 90 degrees. Well, that would be pi over 2 radians. And if we go 180 degrees, a half revolution, that's pi. So that's really the key to these conversions, is if you know that 180 degrees is pi, then you know like 90 degrees here is half of 180, so half of pi would give you pi over 2. So each quarter turn here, each 90 degrees, is pi over 2 radians, or half of pi. So each quadrant is pi over 2 radians. So here's 0, go a half pi. Here's a full pi. Then to go to 270 degrees, do another quarter turn. That would be another half pi, which would be 3 pi over 2. 3 halves pi. And then if we add one more half to 3 pi over 2, one more quarter turn, that'll give us 3 halves plus a half, gives us 4 halves, which is just 2. So here's our 2 pi radians. So the key to the conversion is that pi is equal to 180. I think that's the easiest way, and then from there you can go work backwards to find different angle measures. So in this chart, in this table, here's some common angle measures in degrees, and here's their corresponding measures in radians. So again, the key is the 180 is equal to pi radians. So for instance, here 90, again we said is half of 180, so that's just half of pi. 60 is a third of 180, so in radians, 60 degrees is a third of pi, pi over 3. 45 degrees is a fourth of 180, so in radians it's going to be a fourth of pi, or pi over 4. So when we do conversions, we need to be able to convert angles from degrees to radians and radians to degrees, both ways. So the conversion factors that we'll use, if we know that pi radians is equal to 180 degrees, we know that if we multiply by pi radians over 180 degrees, that's just the same as multiplying by 1. Or we could flip it over, 180 degrees over pi radians. Since 180 is equal to pi degrees is equal to pi radians, that's just like multiplying by 1. So these are the two conversion factors that we'll use. And if we're converting to radians, we want to use the first conversion factor where radians is in the numerator. If we're converting to degrees, we want to use the second one where the degrees is in the numerator.